I got a welt from Conor McGregor. Tell me about your dinner Wednesday night.
Straight to the chase. How are you? Nice to meet you.
We already did that.
Yeah, I met with Dana and Mr. Fertitta. Good conversation, like it always is. We have a good relationship. It is what it is. It happens. This is the fight game. Sometimes emotions get into it, but it's important to recognize that emotions have no place in business. So that's essentially what it was last night. We just set it aside. There's no place for emotions in this. We are doing beautiful things. So let's continue. Let's fix it and continue.
In our terms, if it were a football field and you guys are back like at the 20, did you advance it? Where are you? Are you across midfield? Are you driving? Where are you?
I'd say we're nice in the middle, sitting in the middle, in a good place.
Better than where you were?
Yeah, of course, of course.
While this impasse was taking place, you were writing what you wrote on Facebook, and they had their comments, and there was this insistence that as one of ours, you're required to go do this and go do that, and I think you took exception to that your existence is promotion.
It was a publicized civil war. I was going through some things. There was some crazy stuff going on back home. I wanted to be focused on my training.
It sounds like that was maybe the sticking point. They wanted to use you the way they wanted to use you, and you said, no, I need to do this for myself and get back to the training I need.
I was in a time where I was like figuring out something. I didn't just shut out and say no to everything. I just wanted to do reasonable media, so. And then, hey, all of a sudden, Conor, it's 3 months from the fight. We've got to drag you 40-hour flights to come and do a run around New York, Vegas, California, 70 press conferences, 70 talk shows, adverts, all of this. I was like, I only made you 400 million last week. That was only last week, that fight. I know you want me to go, I need to get right. That's how it all came about, I just wanted to focus, and I was deep in the process. And especially at that particular moment, I just wanted a little bit more time. I didn't shut it off completely. Reasonable media is what I said. I said I would do New York. I said I would do everything else after that. I just need another little bit to set myself.
25 million. I'm sitting in my house watching the millions go up. Like, this is all right. This is all right.
Right.
How are you, buddy? So listen, everyone's talking around the big news. Dana White made an offer. 25 million to you, 25 million to Conor, and a part of the pay-per-view buys.
Ah, you fucking comedian.
How do you respond to that?
You fucking comedian.
No deal.
I'm thinking about it. Look at my watch I bought. Look at that Hublot. Get that Hublot. Get that watch. Get that Hublot.
That is a nice watch.
You know how much that expensive?
That is insane.
You know how much that costs?
How much?
Look it up.
Was that you that got Floyd when he said he's going to slap Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me tell you what. You interviewed Floyd, right?
I have.
You had to aim the camera down here, right? Floyd's about this tall, okay? His hands are like peanut brittle. He has to wrap them 1,000,000 times so he doesn't break his hands.
I don't want to talk to Dana White. Remember, Dana White, he was a player, he was a boss, but he was a small boss. The big bosses were the Fertittas.
Yeah.
But then Fertittas choose to sell the UFC, so Dana is just an employee.
Let me tell you what. That fight will happen before Floyd walks up and tries to slap Conor. I promise you that, too. He'll kick his head to another planet, and then he'll murder every one of his security guards.
He says you're not the A side, you're the scared side. Your response to that?
Well, we'll just see. We know I'm the A side. Of course, it shows throughout the years. So many record-breaking numbers that we have done, me and my team. So we'll just see what the future holds. Hopefully, we can make the fight happen.
First of all, Floyd thinks he's so much bigger than Conor. He's wrong. Listen, Floyd's gone undefeated for 20 years. I give him all the credit in the world for doing that. But for him, Conor's been around for 3 or 4 years. For him to think that he's a much bigger star than Conor isn't true. And I'm not gonna pay him way more money than I'm gonna pay my guy.
What would you like for it? Can you give us a number? 100 million, 200 million? What do you think is fair for you? Because he continues to say that he's the A side, right? So you need to kind of come a little lower. What would you like? Tell us your terms.
He's the scared side. Let's be honest. He's not trying to have a real fight. He needs rules to protect him. I don't need rules. So he can say he's this and he's that, but in reality, he's scared shitless.
Let me tell you what, we all know $25 million isn't peanuts and so does he. You know, he's hanging his watch out the window. His watch is the problem, okay? When you're wearing a watch that's $250,000, you're going to need $25 million real quick, pal, real quick. And hey, Floyd, taxes are coming up too, buddy.
They're not on my level. They are not on my level. Roger Mayweather, I know saying fuck the Mayweathers, but Roger said most people don't know shit about boxing. Well, Conor McGregor says most people don't know shit about fighting. Boxing match. And I've already said, no problem. Get my fucking money. And when you get my money, then we can box in this boxing match under these set of specific rules that will keep you alive. I'm here. Where's my money? You keep dropping my name and you haven't got the money, then I'm going to show up at your front door. So we'll see. But Floyd does not want a fight. Floyd wants a match under a specific set of rules. I don't need rules.
You win the fight on Saturday, Conor. What's next? Would you focus your attention maybe on Floyd Mayweather? There's rumors out there that he's willing to give up $50 million if you fight.
50 million. Yeah, I told him the price tag on that, so he knows the price tag, so he's got to run around the Showtime offices and gather that money. Then we'll talk.
I'm a two-weight world champion in the biggest organization in free fighting, period. There's no limitations where I come from. Floyd's not ready for this. Much respect to Floyd, he's a solid businessman, what he has been able to do. But as far as real fighting, Floyd don't want none of this.
He wants a boxing match. He doesn't want to fight. Tell him to run around Showtime offices. I want the 100 million cash to fight him.
Conor McGregor fight. You didn't see it, or?
No. I didn't know Conor undefeated, but I didn't know that he had a reign in MMA for 20 years and undefeated and was world champion in 5 different weight classes. That's something I didn't know. If you're saying he's the Floyd Mayweather of the MMA, I'm trying to find out. Have you ever made 300 million in one night? Have you ever made 100 million in one night? Never compare Conor McGregor to me. That's a total disrespect. Once again, I'm an elephant. Elephant don't beef with ants. You know, elephant is so large you don't even see ants.
Conor, what up?
How are you?
Dude, so I got Floyd yesterday, right? He said he didn't see your fight. Do you believe him?
You believe him?
He compared you to an ant.
Because that sounded like Floyd Mayweather. You said you started that rumor yourself. So that sounded like you were looking for a little attention, no?
Well, it's really not a rumor. The fight may happen. You know, we really don't know as of right now. But do I think the fight will happen? Absolutely.
Really? Are we talking a boxing match or an MMA match?
A boxing match, because most fights that Conor McGregor won inside that, you know, inside the octagon, he was a stand-up guy.
What do you tell all the fans about Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor? Because the whole world is breaking the internet.
Oh man, I gotta say, Conor McGregor, he's tough. He's a tough competitor. And most guys that Conor McGregor, you know, every time he go out there and fight, when he kick ass in a stand-up position. So if the fight does happen, which I truly believe is going to be record-breaking, I'm truly blessed way beyond belief. And I can't overlook no one. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a master plan to make that fight happen. It hasn't happened yet, but we locked down some dates.
I don't know if you saw this, but Monday morning you took over the internet. Front page of every newspaper about what you said, that the only fight you're coming back for is McGregor. And at first people were
Conor McGregor?
At first people thought you were joking, but now when they see that it's coming to fruition and may be the real deal, everybody's into it.
We just working. Everything takes time, working. We haven't talked yet. You know, pretty sure we'll get to talking real soon, because I know everyone wants to see this fight before the end of the year.
Whether real?
I hear the boy talking, said he gets 100 million, I get 7 million. That's a pay cut to me. I don't take pay cuts. I thought boxing was where the money was at. 7 million is absolutely laughable. He's talking 100 million. I'm also talking 100 million. I'm 27 years of age, and I'm just about halfway through a $100 million contract. He's getting old now. You know, I have the size, I have the reach, I have the height. I have the youth. He needs me. I don't need him.
Are there any thoughts to a future potential boxing match with Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, of course. Right now I have Floyd running around the Showtime offices gathering my money. That's what he's doing. He's running around the Showtime offices begging for those executives to come up with 100 million cash for me to fight me. So as soon as he gets my money, we can fight.
Conor McGregor's an MMA fighter. He uses your name before his last fight. He's calling your name now. What do you make of that, of another sport, another fighter wanting to fight you?
You know, I try to play the background. That's why when the fighters fight, I don't get in the ring. and try to steal a fighter's shine. You know, sometimes the fighter asks me, please come in the ring. And when they ask me to come in the ring, that's when I go. But most of the time I try to stay on the sideline. I had my time to shine, great career. It's time for these other young fighters to shine.
So Floyd, as far as Conor